Hey everybody, welcome to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, and this is the fourth episode in my first Civilization 6 strategy series. I'm continuing on now. It's been about a week since the last episode, since the last time I recorded, and I have had a chance to look at some of the comments. I appreciate the support the series has received so far, and do want to thank Tarsak for his comment mentioning that I can add pins to the map. This is a feature that was introduced, I think introduced in this game, which is helpful. You can actually place, like say I wanted to mark where I was going to put an industrial zone, I could actually make a pin just like that, stick it right there on the map to remember where I was going to put that industrial zone. I actually started to do this, putting the little pins down all around. Me personally, it kind of just clutters up the map, and I more or less can remember where I'm planning to put districts, at least anything that I've thought out already, which for the most part I've got a pretty good idea where districts are going to go in these three cities. I haven't thought quite as much about Kazan yet, so I probably won't really use pins that much unless I have an important reason to, just because I don't like to clutter up the map that much. If you notice, I actually have hex resource tiles turned off as well, just to keep things a little cleaner. But I do appreciate that comment, because it may come in handy at some point if there's a spot that I'm considering that I don't know if I'll be able to remember later. Well, before we do that city, or take care of, well, actually, I already know what the city's going to be doing. It's going to be continuing to build the Oracle, so that's an easy choice. I wanted to talk a little bit about my religion, and I've given it some thought as to what I want to do with it. I'm going to just go ahead and found the religion here. We'll go with Eastern Orthodoxy, because that makes sense for the Russians. I have decided to go with Requiliaries, and I'll explain why in a second. The extra relics of triple yield of both faith and tourism. I'm pretty much determined that I'm probably going to be going for a cultural victory in this game, and this will help me get there. And I want Requiliaries for the extra bonuses for relics. I'm going to want a place to put those relics, so I'm going to pick cathedrals, because it says one slot for religious art. You can put relics in that religious art slot. So these two kind of go together fairly well. I'm going to go ahead and found my religion and close that. And the reason that I picked the relic bonus is because candy is right up here. This city-state gives you a free relic every time you discover a new natural wonder, and you earn 50% more faith from all relics. That really would be nice if I could get a suzerain status with that city-state. The problem is right now it's tied between England and France, 3-3, and I don't have any envoys there yet. I need 3 to become suzerain, but I'm going to need more than them to actually remain the suzerain. So what I'm going to have to do is start piling envoys into that city-state. The only problem with doing that now is that if England gets one more, England will become the suzerain, because they'll break the tie. And if England becomes the suzerain and I'm at war with England, then I become at war with Candy. And I don't know if that means that I lose my envoys in there or not, because I am the one who declared war on England. But in effect, Candy would be declaring war on me. I don't know if that makes a difference in terms of like whether you keep the envoys or not, or I don't know if they can be destroyed. There's a lot about city-state envoys that I don't understand. So if anyone knows that, like knows what would happen if I put envoys in there, and then England got one more and it declared war on me, let me know, because that's an area of the game that I'm not entirely familiar with. So that's kind of what's going on with my religion. A lot of times I like to pick the bonus that gives you, that allows you to buy like theater square or theater district and science district buildings with faith. I like that one a lot, but in this particular game, with Candy being right there, and with me already having a religious relic, which is now getting 12 faith and 24 tourism, that's kind of too good to pass up. So we're going to go for a relic-based game. I've also given some thought about what to do with this new settler. I was thinking of having them stay where they were and not really doing a whole lot with them until my amenities were up, but I realized it was kind of insane. I would be kind of insane not to go put a city near that mountain anyway, just because just because the tiles around this mountain are so good. It gives +2 food and +1 culture to adjacent tiles. So like if you look, the deer is 2 production, 1 culture, 3 food. And I think just a regular woods tile has like 5. I don't know why that. Oh, that because that one's adjacent to both, right? That one has like 5 food, 1 production, and 2 culture. That's really, really good. So I'm gonna put a city down there as soon as I actually can. I've given it some thought as to how to connect it to Solomonsk. From this tile, which is where I'm going to put the city, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces away from that spot. And this spot is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces away from my capital. So I've decided to put an industrial zone here, and that's going to eventually reach out and give its benefits to 4 different cities. So I'm linking my cities up pretty well. I don't think I can connect an entertainment complex from Solomonsk to this city while still being connected to my capital. But I probably won't need the entertainment complex in this city as badly, because outside of these, the tiles immediately surrounding it, it won't really be getting that much food, because the rest is tundra, and you can't build farms in tundra. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on there. I've also sort of determined that I think I'm intentionally going to not scout very much right now, because the bonus from candy only gives you a relic every time you discover a new natural wonder. So if you discovered one already and then become their suzerain, it doesn't help you. So basically, I want to get suzerain status with them first and then explore like crazy. I also am going to need places to put those, so I am probably going to need to get... Well, I'm going to get drama and poetry after I get the oracle. And after drama and poetry, I can get theology and then start building cathedrals. So, actually, yeah, I think cathedrals require... Well, no? Yeah, they require a temple, and you can't get temples until you have theology. So I'll have to wait for that. And then, for the time being, I will go ahead and pull my scouts back, or maybe leave them kind of on the edges out there. I just don't want them to get killed by barbarians, so I'll probably pull them back for now. It seems a little weird to intentionally not scout. It feels counterproductive, but I really want to wait until I can maximize the number of relics that I can get, since I'm investing so heavily in them. I did get the boost for theology for founding a religion, so that's good. And I think that's all that has to be done. Okay, England's offering me a decent deal for peace, and I might take that. I might be able to tweak it a little bit. Sometimes you can haggle with these people. She doesn't want to do 6 gold. You can kind of go up and down a little bit with it and see if they're still cool with giving you a little extra money. They don't really want to haggle over this much. Yeah, 8's the most I can get out of them. 8 gold and then 6 gold per turn. Well, they're offering me stuff for peace. So, I'll tell you what, I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this because I don't really want to have to go capture London. I already have enough cities as it is. It sucks that I can't get the tobacco that they have in what I presume is London's borders. But I want to stay on good terms with them in the long run, because I think having 2 friendly allies will be helpful, and I think that I can actually build a pretty good friendship with England, even despite the fact that I went to war with them. Okay, so she's going to be unfriendly with me for a little while, but I'll work on building that relationship back up. And now that I am at peace with them, I can feel a little bit safer going ahead and putting 1 envoy in this city. And start working towards becoming the suzerain of Candy. Alright, so back to peace. I'll go ahead and move... I'm going to leave 1 swordsman up there. Well, warrior for now. And I'll just let my archers camp in that city, and they'll hopefully be able to keep an eye on England to make sure they don't try to counterattack me later. But I think I'll be okay. I've got a decently powerful military. As a matter of fact, I'm going to send the swordsman up that way and let the warrior come down here. Okay, and now in my capital I can think about what I need to build next, and it's probably going to be a trade route, because I've been sort of putting that off for a while. I also should probably consider where to build a campus here. Well, for the time being, I'm gonna go ahead and get a trade route up and going, because I think that's something I've been putting off for too long, and my other cities are too busy with other projects for now. I can fill a policy slot having having gotten the Great Prophet, and I can put anything in here since that's a wild card slot. Thinking about maybe Great Scientist points per turn, that would pair well with the Oracle, but I don't have the campus district to use a scientist in yet. Should still probably start working towards it though. I'm kind of trying to determine whether there's anything else maybe in the military tree or whatever. I don't really need another builder or settler at the moment. Actually, I kind of do need a builder. Yeah, I need a builder to get these two luxury resources that I don't have. So I am going to put that trader on hold and get the builder instead for now. That city has 11.3 production. Building that builder 30% faster wouldn't really make that big of a difference. And honestly, I'm probably going to be... it'll be a little while before I can change these up again, so I want something a little more long-term, not just short-term like building the builder 2 turns faster. Having extra... or having less unit maintenance cost might be nice, considering the amount of soldiers I have. It's like 5 of them now. Let me look at the Great Scientist options. Oh, that's Great Rider. Ooh, that's Great Rider. I'm going to have a Great Rider before I have anywhere to put it. I don't know if I can avoid that. Somebody else is already cranking out Great Scientist points per turn. I'm gonna start down the Great Science route, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna want a Great Scientist at some point, and that'll help me get them. And not fall too far behind in that area. Okay, more or less know right where this settler is going. I'll have the scout go down there and make sure no barbarian camps spawn. Keep an eye on things. Okay, let's look at my relationship with England. Well, -1 and -5 for unknown reason. I think I can probably tell what one of those unknown reasons is. I also just realized what I could do with my scout. Well, there's nothing really to trade right now. If you look at the settler overview, there is one tile here that they technically could put a city on, which would be super annoying and dumb if they did. But I might want to just set a scout there and maybe put an archer on that tile, just to keep England from being dumb and putting a city in a stupid place. I might have to kind of guard those tiles until my borders expand to cover them. Okay, nothing else to do at the moment. Okay, and England just founded their own religion. And I'll send these guys down and have them park on that marsh. And I'm not sure what the fastest route to get from there. Looks like it's saying just go straight, so that's what I'll do. Alright, so don't want barbs showing up. I think hanging around right here should be okay. In fact, I'll cut back northwest and meet up with my settlers to kind of escort them through that area. Yeah, you take that tobacco, England. Hope you choke on it.
A man on a horse is spiritually as
Got
what
there
a man
like
on a
one
horse
turn
is
before I did. That's what I was saying though. This game, like, more often than you would think, comes down to like just one turn. If you were one turn faster, you could have had something. It drives me kind of crazy. If I was one turn faster, I might have been able to avoid the war with England and get the tobacco. But that's not how it worked out. I should probably think a little bit about what I'm going to do with the districts in this city. For now, probably doing good to just keep up with housing. I'll build a granary. Go this way. Alright, got the tech boost. You'll notice some little UI differences. Between the last time I played and this time, the game got a patch, like less than a week after I started this series. So, it wasn't my best timing there. So there might be a few little things that have changed. I know there were some balance changes and stuff. So far, I don't think it'd be anything that would affect me, though. Let's see, I want to... I'll let Games and Recreation go once more. One more turn. Once construction finishes, I'm going to get the Eureka bonus for this. So I don't want to waste... since I'm going to get a 50% boost, I don't want to research any more of that and waste it. So I'm going to start working on drama and poetry. And then once construction is done, I can switch back from drama and poetry, which will then be about halfway done. And then I can research what comes after... the entertainment, whatever this is called. And then I can get whatever comes after Games and Recreation, and then by the time I'm done with that, I should be finished with the Oracle, which will give me the bonus for drama and poetry to finish that the rest of the way. So you kind of juggle back and forth between different research paths to try to make the most efficient use of your research as you're progressing through the game, while trying to complete as many of these little Eureka moment quests as you possibly can. Okay, so this is one of those situations where I'm probably fine, but just to be on the safe side, I'm going to move my scout to explore first before sending my settler into territory that I can't see what's there, because you may as well play it safe when you can. Okay. These guys are just going to park right there for a very long time, probably. And I'll probably leave these guys here instead of there, because sometimes the computers get a little cranky if you leave units right on their borders. I feel like it would make... They shouldn't really be that cranky in this case, because I would have... I mean, my city's like right there. They should understand that I am protecting my city, but I don't know if they'll feel that way about it. I think these archers might be better off going out here, because this city is going to have to worry more about barbarians, possibly. Actually, probably not. We've got a pretty good wall of other AI cities around me that I probably won't really need to worry about that much. Okay, I'll just leave them in there on alert status. Hey, England already wants to start buddying back up. Absolutely, I don't really want a bad relationship with them moving forward. We'll see if they'll accept my envoy in return. If I was them, I would just be plotting how to kill me for the rest of the game. Ah, they can trade too. I'll trade for the tobacco once I get the extra jade, which I will use my builder to go get the jade and then 2 luxury resources that I don't have yet. Actually, go the other way just to make sure barbarians don't show up or spawn in an area that I don't want them to. I can put those guys on fortify until healed. I would like to upgrade them to a swordsman, but that's going to take a little time. Because I need, well, it only costs 80 gold to do that, I suppose. I'll send them back here and probably go ahead and just pay to get that done. I'd rather beef up the power of my my standing army and just be more of a deterrent to other people. I suppose I'll leave the archers on. I'll probably send them down to Moscow anyway, just in case France tries anything. I like to keep archers in all of my cities, and I hate to leave my capital more vulnerable than any of the others because of England's navy, but at least there's only one tile that the city is adjacent to the water on. And eventually I'll have boats of my own. Your delegate learned that England had received a foreign delegation. It appears they came from Russia. No kidding. Alright, let's check our relationship now. Oh, we got +3 for sending a delegation. I wonder if they'd be cool with open borders. I feel like I might regret this. Let's see if I can eke a little bit of money out of them. Will they give me 1 gold per turn? They will. What about 2? Nope, getting too greedy. Maybe 15 gold? Maybe 10? Maybe 5? I tend to haggle with the computers a lot here. It can be tedious at times. I wish it would just give you their best possible offer, but you kind of have to figure it out on your own. But if they want to pay me for open borders, which is something that would benefit our relationship, I'll go ahead and take that. Now I have to just kind of keep their settlers from coming through. Which, that's where my scout's going to go after it's done exploring down here with the settler. Okay, got my builder done, so now I will go ahead and make that trader that I wanted. And the builder will probably go... You know, I kind of want to go get that jade and trade with England as soon as I can, which will also help boost our relationship. Should probably also keep an eye on how things are going with France. That'll go away eventually for settling near them, I think. The different governments, it's just going to last as long as it lasts. Wonder if I could declare friendship with them. They don't really have anything to trade, other than open borders. Can I get a little bit of money out of them too? That would be nice. Looks like it. Yeah, right now nobody really wants to pay more than 1. How much did England give me? 8 gold? Start there and see if France is on has similar ideas. How about 6? Nope, they'll only give me 5. That's fine. I'll take it and get open borders with them. And maybe declare friendship. Cool. Okay, so we'll just get along with everybody here. I'm not going to make her promise not to settle near me. I don't imagine that she would. There's not really a whole lot of extra land down here. Yeah, I was just thinking with the entertainment complex, I might be able to link the one up in Moscow with this city down here, but I don't know. The one in Moscow, I've already pretty much figured out where it needs to go, and it's right there, because I'd rather have it benefiting these other cities. This city is going to be more or less on its own in terms of districts. I don't think it's going to receive very many bonuses from others, except for the industrial zone, which is going to go in Solokmask. Alright, how about sit there for a second? I know I need more housing. That is something that I am working on. Well, it's not exactly the fastest way to get over there, but it'll work. I mean, it is the fastest way, it's just not as fast as I would like. Alright, you guys fortify until healed, and then we'll talk about upgrading. I wish the two of them would... Oh crap. They've denounced each other. Well, that's not going to make England very happy if I'm buddying up with France. Victoria wants to expand to a continent you occupy. I thought that we already shared the same continent. Maybe that's not how it works. Maybe she won't be happy until she puts a city over here. That makes me wonder if I should just let her through and let her put a city over here. If it improves our relationship. I was thinking simply by me being on their continent, they would be happy. Me having a city there, but that's not how it works. They want to actually come to my continent, which I guess makes sense. Well, it looks like maybe England and I won't get along so well for the remainder of the game. I mean, we'll see, but I got a feeling France is going to be my better ally. Which is too bad, because France is the one that I have a better natural barrier against. Stay here for a turn and then turn around and go back. Well, if I see any English settlers coming this way, I'll just monitor them closely. I don't think I'll go back to war with them again. Man, getting 32 tourism at this point in the game just seems crazy. Culture victory. I'm still in 8th place. That doesn't seem right. Everybody is flocking to St. Petersburg to see the blood of the martyr. Okay. 8 turns till drama and poetry is done. Now this is going to get down to... kind of down to the wire because of the amount of culture that I'm getting. There's not a lot I can do about this. There's going to be some overlap. I can do at least one more turn with drama and poetry, but construction's going to take one turn longer than I had hoped. Well, let's just go around. It's going to be just as fast. Alright, what to do in this city now? That city still needs housing, so granary it is, I suppose. Can send another envoy. I already know where they need to go. So I'm going to be boosting my relationship with Candy as much as I possibly can. And this is right where this city's going to go. Now, I don't know that I'll be able to build an aqueduct and connect it to the mountain. If I can, I might put one there. But I think this city is going to have to rely more on like neighborhoods and stuff to keep it enough housing in there. And it's going to be kind of low on housing for a good portion of the start of the game. But there are a lot of woods in the area that I'm going to be building lumber mills on, and I can sort of pair that with an entertainment complex or something and get a lot of breathtaking tiles out here. And that'll be good for housing in the long run, just not really the short run. But that's okay if the city doesn't grow much, because like I was saying before, I don't really have the amenities to support a lot of growth for this city anyway. I will go ahead and found it right here, though. I was really hoping some of those tiles would reach out to the deer, but I think they're too far away. But it's got some other good ones for sure. Specifically those, my gosh. And definitely need housing, so granary in this city for sure. If you're kind of new to Civ, the reason that I'm worried about housing here is because it doesn't have access to fresh water. Cities have more housing if they have access to fresh water at the start of the game, allowing their populations to grow bigger. It also helps to be on like a coastline. It doesn't help quite as much, but in my case, I'd rather put the city here and then be able to reach out and kind of interact with my other cities a little bit. Hopefully my borders will expand from all of these cities and become kind of contiguous across to this zone. It's a large area I have to cover, but the Russians are probably the Civ to do it with. Okay, this guy is ready for an upgrade. I think I'll go ahead and give it to him now. I could wait until I have the 50% discount for upgrades, but I'd rather just get it now. That's still a little ways off. And then I have pretty much the most modern army I can get for now. Not a bad army for turn 71, 3 archers and 2 swordsmen. Plus a scout that's just hanging around. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, since I'm getting construction on the next turn, I'm just going to switch this now. I don't know which triggers first, whether the eureka happens and then you get the research, or whether the research happens and then you get the eureka. If it goes eureka first and then research, I guess it's theoretically possible I might not waste any culture points, but I sort of doubt it. But even if there's a small chance that that's how it works, I'll go ahead and do it this way.
Create with the heart. Build with the mind. Create with the heart.
If bread is the first necessity of life.
A whole bunch of stuff. Alright, now I can change my government policies again if I want to. I'm getting pretty close to the Oracle, but I don't want to let off on production there. Speaking of production, wonder if... No, I'm still a lot better off working those other tiles. Yeah, we'll just leave that as is. I won't be able to work the Jade, and I want to make sure nobody tries to work the Jade, because right now production is more important to me. And somebody is trying to work the Jade. So, no. Can't do that. And I don't want you to do that. You know what, everybody just lock it in place. I'll try to remember to undo that once the wonder's done. But I don't want to take any chances. I want to get it as fast as I can. If somebody beats me to it by one turn, I'd never forgive myself. Okay, so yes, I know Novgorod needs housing. That is painfully obvious. I need to get irrigation, because I want those plantations. So I guess it's a good thing I sent my builder over that way first. And then as for the civic, I got defensive tactics, presumed because somebody declared war against me when I declared war on England. Must have been a city-state. So maybe it was candy. Maybe they were suzerains with candy for a while. I don't know for sure. That's a little strange. But anyway, I need defensive tactics to get to feudalism anyway. And I like the production, bonus productions towards defensive buildings. It'd be useful to build a wall. The Mausoleum of Halicarnassus might be nice. I could potentially use it to build a... Yeah, I could potentially build it right there. It has to be adjacent to a harbor, but I'm not going to think about doing that for now. Got enough other things going on. Speaking of harbors, commercial hubs, all that kind of stuff, I don't even have the tech for any of that yet. So I need to start working on that when irrigation is done. And on that note, I also kind of need sailing. Okay, I'll build something else in my capital for now, but I'm going to get sailing next and build a couple galleys and start getting those bonuses. Those eureka bonuses. I can't get the one for... Maybe I can. I do need to try to get 2 coastal resources farmed, or whatever you call it. Build fishing boats on 2 coastal resources. That'll help me get, I think, Celestial Navigation's eureka bonus. So yeah, I'm going to start thinking about some of these Navy things. As far as my builder, or as far as this city goes, I might actually want to go ahead and throw out another builder. Maybe. There's not really any tiles that, like... Yeah, I guess I could use it on the horses. Okay, I think I'll go ahead and build one more. No, I'll build a granary first, then another builder. Doesn't do me any good to improve tiles if I can't get civilians to work on them. Okay, it looks like I've got a couple decent trade route options here. I might trade with Manchester to try to help boost my relationship with England. But I don't know if that's going to matter. It might be better off going out to France. France's trade routes appear to be a little bit better too. And Toulouse would get me that much closer to Paris. Alright, I'm going to trade with Toulouse. Okay, cool. Progress towards currency gets a boost. That's a nice one to get. I really want to go out there and get those huts. But don't have shipbuilding yet, so I can't. Alright, got the granary done in this city, so that'll help out quite a bit with the housing needs. I sort of want a monument because I want to expand borders out here as fast as I can get them to sort of keep England from getting as much territory as I can. So let's go ahead and get the that monument. Then you guys can sit there. The scout is going to go on that tile, and I think I'll have all the little spots that could put cities covered unless they go all the way through and put one behind me. Which would be annoying, and I would probably have to block it. I'm hoping that the continent extends... Well, actually my continent's relatively small. There really isn't a whole lot of room for England to put a city out here, because it seems like most of it is up north. Oh, forgot. I need to trade with them. Okay, I want the tobacco. Eesh, that is not at all a fair deal. Never mind. Why don't you let me know when you're ready to be a little more reasonable? What about you, Catherine? Still no extras. She might offer to just outright buy it from me. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see what she'll give it. You cannot accept this deal. What? Okay. Well, that's odd, but whatever. They can only give 8 gold per turn. Let's, they're willing to give 100. What about 371? Just give me everything you have. Whoa, holy smokes. They're willing to give up quite a bit for that jade. What about... Yeah, I didn't think so. And it looks like they would give even more if they had it. Well, heck, I'll take this. That'll boost my economy quite nicely. Yeah, I just became wealthy overnight. Okay, then I can go for plantations here and there. Get my amenities up a little bit, and then all I'll have to do is really worry about housing, more or less. Another reason why I'm going to need a builder. I need to come out here and clear that forest to make room for a campus.
Without war.
In fact, that might be what this guy goes and does after he builds a plantation on that cotton. I might actually send him back to go build the campus, or to go clear land for the campus, or be ready to do so once that oracle is done. As a matter of fact, I don't know if I have time to get there. Would that be? That's done in 8 turns. I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That'd take a little bit too much time. Do any of my cities have to have amenities like right now? I think pretty much everybody's sitting at 0, and nothing's growing anytime soon. Capital's got an extra to share if it needs to. Kazan is growing in 5 turns. You know, I'm going to actually turn him around because I want to be ready, and I wouldn't mind putting a mine on that copper either. I'll use the other builder that I'm going to make in St. Petersburg to come down here and take care of all that. Okay, cool. Promise to stop settling near France has been fulfilled, so that should boost my relationship with them. Yep. We sent them a delegation. Cool. I have a lot. They just absolutely love me. Favorable trades to them. I doubt it, but okay. Getting a bonus for sending them a favorable trade, when in reality I'm really the one that benefited from that, I think. I didn't need the extra jade, but I'll take hundreds of extra gold. No problem. Got sailing. Going to still wait on making the boats, or I'm going to get sailing anyway. We'll get the granary first and send these guys here, which should lock in. Yep, see, they can't build a city on that tile now, or that one, because they can't stand on them. So it's just this little strip of tiles in here I'm going to kind of need to keep an eye on. I don't really have enough units to pile in there, but I'm hoping I can get my borders to expand out there pretty quickly. Alright, so you guys go on... Yeah, just put you guys on alert status. And kind of keep a slightly militarized border with England for now. Otherwise, things look good.
Vessels large may venture more.
Hopefully no barbarians show up out of the middle of nowhere, but I think I'm good. I can't imagine them spawning in here anywhere. They might have a camp out here, though, because that boat is sailing from the west. Well, I'm going to need to do something about that. Have these guys switch spots. And start exploring out here with my archer a little bit. I actually should have done that a while ago. Figure out what's on that peninsula. I want to get currency. There's a couple good places I have that I could build commercial hubs. Well, it can't really do anything to me out there, other than just sail around and be a general nuisance. But those boats will be a problem if I don't take care of them now. Because they'll pillage fishing boats and stuff like that. Alright, I want another builder. I'm going to need him. And defensive tactics will be done in 2 turns, at which point I'll probably build walls in Kazan. Seems like a good city to have them. And I might want to think about using some of the extra gold that I got from France to buy up some of these tiles around England. Oh, there's a hut out here. That's cool. It's kind of nice having these bridges across that river. That double river spot has slowed me down a lot. Okay, let's cautiously move down here. Oh, got another recon unit. Well, that'll be nice once I become suzerain of Candy. I'm gonna actually send him up north. Well, you know what? I'll have him actually out here by this other city, because I want him ready to run out that direction and explore, and then once I have Candy as a suzerain, this guy can go out in the other direction and explore. France has got archers moving down here. I suspect they might know where that encampment is and they're going after it. Which, I got a feeling it's right there, because it looks like everything else is water. Yeah, Mausoleum of Mahalican Arsus must be built adjacent to a harbor district. That's a pretty nice wonder. It's like an extra charge for engineers and great admirals, or something like that. I don't really have a place to build it in this city, but that spot might work if I ever get there in terms of technology. Okay, I really, really like to get feudalism. Unfortunately, in this game, I'm not going to be able to make the triangle of farms in St. Petersburg that I wanted, at least not now. Eventually, I'm thinking I might build it like this. Get a triangle of farms there with some hills. I can't build farms on hills yet, though. The problem is, like, with the industrial zone here and another industrial zone here, they're kind of in the way. But that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. Having feudalism would still be useful, so I'm just going to start the research process of that now. I think I'm going to try to get some of shipbuilding done. Yeah. I would like to get some galleys, or quadrians. Actually, I need to start thinking about building the Colossus. Yeah, there's a lot of things I need to think about building right now. Because I do want to get the Colossus. That's a wonder that I really like a lot. Having an extra trade route is always good, and just flat extra gold on top of it. Let's see, what does apprenticeship do? Oh, +1 production to mine improvements. Well, I'm going to get that first. That could benefit me. I don't really have a lot of mines, but I do have the jade mines, and I'm going to have a copper mine here soon, so that would really benefit me quite a bit. Okay. Keep them there for now. And I might be overreacting with these guys. I probably don't need to run them all the way down there to deal with the one barbarian camp, but let's first off spot where it is. Well, it's not here. Oh, maybe it's here. Yeah, I bet that's where it is. It's probably just over that hill, which means I won't be able to see it without actually walking onto the hill. Send the scout down to help. If it's not a lot of units, the scout and the archer could probably take care of it. The problem is the archer doesn't really have an angle he can hit it without walking right up next to it. Alright. Kazan needs more amenities. Okay, now we need amenities. I thought it might need it when it grew again. That's alright, I'll have more pretty soon. And Solonsk needs more amenities. Okay, I'll have to remember that. Let's get a little closer here. Yep, that's gotta be where that camp is. Make sure somebody's working on that mine. Because I know I locked everybody. Yeah, see, that's why I don't like to lock tiles, because I tend to forget they're locked. But in this case, I really need somebody to be working there. And to take their place, this person should probably go work there. That looks pretty good. That'll be 2 turns until completed, which is perfect, because on the next turn I can move back, and then on the turn it's done I'll be able to cut down the forest and then build the campus real fast, using the bonus production from cutting down the forest. So that all times out just perfectly. Okay, well I will... Let's keep them going that way for now. I got a feeling I'm going to turn them around. Ooh, my whole body temple just went down. I had a just brief moment of panic of, oh my gosh, that somebody got the oracle. Okay, I was thinking about ending the episode on that last turn, but I'm not going to do that to you guys because you're probably wondering whether somebody will still beat me to the oracle. It wouldn't be the first time it's happened, and that's a quadrienne, so yeah, going to need the swordsman help because boats. I'm going to back the archers off. And I can use the scouts actually to run up and then run backwards, I think. I kind of want to shoot that quadrienne. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot it, and then it'll move up and shoot the archers, but then I can back up and shoot it again, and it won't be able to retaliate, because these things only have a range of 1. Now I'm having housing troubles in my cities too, and Moscow is starving. Okay. Well, that's sad. I am going to build a set of farms near Moscow in this area here. I'm going to cut down that forest and then make a triangle there. So feudalism will help with that, I suppose. And... I forgot to switch out my policies the last time I got one of those. Oh well, that's okay. Let's see if I can switch to one. Oh no, I'll be able to get drama and poetry real fast. So for now, I think I'll have this city do something else. Probably could use a builder here too. I could kind of use builders everywhere right now. Maybe I'll make a builder and then start building a district. Alright, well let's go to the next turn, find out if I get the Oracle, and then we'll save it and call it the end of this episode. Okay, I was expecting that. That's fine. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I sprang upon the swift ship in the
Alright,
form of
cool.
a dolphin.
Got the Oracle.
Pray to me as Apollo.
So that's
Dolphin
going to
is.
give me a bonus
Also,
to
the altar itself shall be called
the
Delphinius,
rate at which I acquire
and
great
overlooked
people in
forever.
this city, which is going to help or start helping me as soon as I get the as soon as I get my that was weird as soon as I get the campus district built, which is going to start on the next turn, and I'm going to have to figure out I'm gonna have to run for my life on the next turn from these barbarians. So alright, well this is probably a good spot to wrap it up for this episode, so thank you all very much for watching. I'll do a little thinking between starting I'm gonna do the next recording now actually, but I got a little thinking to do with regard to district placement for this city, because I haven't thought about that much yet, and it's about the time that I need to. Otherwise, I think that's it, all that there is to mention, so thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.